Hello you guys, this is William and this is Bushido Gamer. Welcome to Bushido Gamer. Game of passion, game of honor. So, alright, today we have a new game. This one is called Upstaged by Mike Trias, sorry. So this game is not actually out yet. This game is actually coming to KickStarter in about a week. I think it's on the 16th or 17th. So I'm going to post it up on there. And this one is coming to Kickstarter, so we're going to do a quick review of this game before it gets to Kickstarter, so you guys can check this game out. So in this game, it's up to 4 players, 2 to 4 players, and you take the place of a music professional. It's like a game show called Upstaged. Okay, so think of it like The Voice. The best way we can describe it, my wife described it like it's kind of like The Voice. So you are one of the professionals. And you're seeing all these singers of different genres, pop, country, rock, hip-hop, on the stage performing. And you're moving them closer to you so you can make your trio, your perfect trio band, and win the game. Okay, so the game is pretty cool. We're going to go to a quick playthrough through the game so I can kind of show you how the game plays so you can get an idea of it. It's not exactly it has cards in it, but it's not a deck builder. It's not really a card game per se. It is kind of a card game. It's like its own little genre. Okay, so this is Upstage Koala Games, or Koalite Games. Sorry. All right, so let's take a look at it. So the game comes in this little box. This little box has everything you need inside the game. It has some good graphics on the side of the box. On the back of it kind of tells you a little bit about how the game plays. Not too much, but just give you a quick clue to it. So we can open it up. So open the box up, and inside you're going to have the instructions, which are pretty easy to read. The instructions give you everything you need to know about the game. Even give you some information about the scoring, how the game ends, what the meaning of all the cards are for the cues, and also two other variations of playing the game as well. Now, the other thing inside the box is going to be these little cards where they're two-sided. So one side, they have numbers on them, 1 and 2, or 1, 2, and 3. So on one side is for rehearsal mode, the other side is for live mode. So think of the rehearsal mode as like your practice mode. This is when you first learn how to play the game. It's good to be on the rehearsal side first, and then later on, as you understand the game better, then you go ahead and play the actual live mode, where it's actually a little bit more space and stuff. And then you have 2 decks of cards in here. So let's go these out. One deck is your cue cards, which is going to be on your hand. The other deck is your artist, which is going to be on the stage, and you're going to draw them over to your hand. So how you do the setup for this one? The best and easiest way to do the setup in here, from what I showed, is because the box itself is actually part of the game setup. So let's take a look at this. We're going to turn it upside down. We're going to do the rehearsal mode for this one. Okay, so we're going to put this one, just slide it into the little slots. Okay, so we slide into the slots, and then we turn it upside down, and now we have our game board ready to go. Okay, so you can see right here, you're going to be rotating this board a lot, so that actually all takes into place. You want to make sure you have enough space on the table to play it. Okay. All right, now the next thing is each player will go ahead and choose one of the 4 genres they're going to do. You have country, which is kind of yellow. You have hip hop and R&B, which is blue. Rock, which is kind of an orange, and pop, which is green. Each one of the genres has a different emblem. The pop has a microphone. Rock has the rock and roll symbol there. Hip hop has the headphones, and country has the cowboy hat. So each player is going to go ahead and choose which one of the 4 genres they're going to do, and what side of the table. So let's say I have a player on this side, so I'm gonna put my rock over here, and we got a different player over here. That's my pop side over here, and the other 2 sides, if we're only playing 2 players, they're still in play. They're still used, but if if one of the artists comes off the stage here, instead of it going to somebody's hand, it actually goes right back to the bottom of the deck so that it can be used again. Alright, so we shuffle the deck for the artist. Okay, now we go ahead and shuffle the deck for the cue cards. Alright, now after this one, we're going to go ahead and give 4 cards to each player from the cue card deck. So you have the cue cards, you're going to go ahead and draw them out, or deal 4 cards to each side, each player. And the cue cards, you have 3 different cue cards. You have green, yellow, and orange. Now, typically the yellow ones are the ones that's going to allow you to do things like rotating and twisting the board. What I mean by twisting or turning it or rotating it is basically turning it either 90 degrees or 180 degrees, something like that. And then you have the orange ones, which typically have things like discarding them in order to move move a player or to move an artist, or even things like interrupting the active player. And the green ones are usually discarding or not discarding, and they'll be able to move a player artist forward. So those are your 3 different cue cards. Now with the cue cards, one of the rules with the cue cards is that, let's say if you get 2 actions per turn. Okay, so let's say during your turn you have cue cards, and you're like, I really don't want to play any of these cue cards that I have. So you can take 2 cue cards that have the same color, discard them, and it allows you to move the artist forward. Now at the end of your turn, after you're done doing both your actions, you go ahead and draw up the cue cards up to 4 cards again, so you keep your 4 cards in your hand at all times. Alright, so we have our cue card deck here, we have an artist deck here. We're going to go ahead and take an artist, we're going to put it up on the stage. And you know what, just for the sake of doing this, I know this doesn't say in the game to do this, but this is what I'm going to add on here. Just for the sake of making this a little bit more fair, we're just going to kind of rotate it around. Whichever way it lands, that's what way it's going to go. Alright, so we're going to artist this way. Okay, so this artist is on the stage. Now, depending on which way the artist is facing, that's the direction it has to go when it moves forward. If it's over here and this guy wants it, he's going to have to twist the stage in order to actually go back over to him, towards that person. Okay, but when an artist leaves the stage, you have to put another artist on the stage. You got to keep that in mind. So once this one leaves the stage, a new artist goes right into his place immediately. Doesn't wait. Okay. And then when you if it's your turn and you put a new artist on the stage, you can choose what direction you want to put the artist. So let's say if this was my turn, I put the artist on the stage. I can say, okay, I'm sitting right here. I can put it this way because I'm going to get the artist to come towards me. Or I can say, I'm going to make the artist go that way because I don't want it to go towards me. But of course, it could go towards you anyway by twisting or turning the stage. Okay. So we're going to do it this one. So we got the first artist. I'm left-handed, so we can go my left-hand side first. My left, not your left. Your right. All right. So first action, I got my 4 cards. 2 of these are yellow, a green, and an orange. So what I'm going to do in my first action is, this is Taylor. He's a wild card. I'm going to explain that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and play advance, which means it moves all artists forward. So if he's going to move forward, I'm going to take another artist, put in his place, and I'm going to put it. My guy is rock, so I'm going to put him face towards him, towards my rock guy. Okay, that was my first action. My second action, I don't want to do any of these actions, so I'm going to discard these 2 cards, these 2 yellow ones, and I'm going to move all the artists forward, and then replace with another artist, and I'm going to put that one towards him. Okay, I finish my turn. I go ahead and draw 3 cards to go ahead and replenish my hand back to 4. These are discarded. And then that ends my turn. Now goes to the other player. So the pop player is going to go. He says, okay. He knows that he's about to get that rock player is going to get that artist. So we're going to play U-turn. U-turn is a yellow card. This one right here. It's a yellow card where it turn the arena 180 degrees. So I turn it all the way back this way. And then I'm going to play advance. Artists move forward. So now I have this artist on my side, and all the other artists move forward, and I replace it with a new artist. This is green. I'm gonna put that towards my pop guy because I know he's gonna want him. Then let's see. don't really have anything else we can do. That was actually both options. That was awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw my two because I did my two actions, and now I have an artist on my on my band. Now, what you want to do? You want to keep going, and the game continues going until all players have exactly 4 artists inside of their on their field. Once it's right here is now my artist. It can be stolen though. I'm gonna let you know that now. It can be stolen. There are cards that let you do that. Let's go ahead and play a couple more rounds. So the next round here, we got my 4 cards here, and I know I'm going to want this person. So I want to play twist or U-turn. It gives me an option to either turn the arena 90 degrees or turn it 180 degrees. I'm going to do 180 degrees because my rock guy is going to kind of want his rock person. The reason you might want an artist that matches your genre is because you get bonus points for them. Okay. Then for the next one, I'm going to play advance, and all artists are going to move forward. Now he has this one. That was my second action. That gets discarded. Go ahead and draw 2 more cards. New artist is on the field, and we'll make them go towards the blue. That's fine. Okay. Actually, for the heck of it, we're going to put it this way so it's a little bit different. All right, now next back to Pop's turn. So Pop's going to go and say, okay, you got the 9 coming towards here, the blue, the green. Kind of want that green over here. So we're going to play the one advance, then U-turn. Artists move forward, and then you turn the arena 180 degrees. Now, some of the cards actually have more than one action on them. So you have to do each action from top to bottom. So the first action was move artist forward. I end up getting stuck with this guy, which means I probably should have played something else first, but whatever. Blue, this one goes. A new artist goes on the field. It's blue. I'm going to put them this way. And then turn 180 degrees. Now you notice that on this one, I did end up with an artist that doesn't match my green, but it's okay. It's all strategy. Alright, so I did the one action, and then I'm going to discard 2 yellow to move our artist forward. So all these artists move forward, and a new so a new artist is on the field. Let's put this back here. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to draw my 4 cards, or draw my 3 cards to match my 4. Here we go. Okay, so we have an artist on the field now. And this was a 10. I know the rocks were going to want them, so we're going to see what we can do for that one. Pretty much nothing. So, here we go. We're going to do turn, then advance. So this one has 3 actions. First one is discard 2 cards. So I'm going to discard these 2 cards. Second action is turn the arena 90 or 180 degrees. So I'm going to do 180 all the way over here. Then it says move artist forward. So this one moves forward, this one moves forward. This one moves forward, and because there's not a player on this side, then it gets put on the bottom of the artist deck. Okay? Then I have one more action, but I can't really use it because I don't have any cards to discard, so I'm not going to do a second action. I'm going to go ahead and draw my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And take an artist and put it back on the field. This is a country one. I'll put them that way. Okay, now back over here to Pop. Now Pop right now has 3 artists in his, and Rock only has 1. So we're going to see what we can do. We don't really want him to get that guy, so we're going to play turn in advance. It's going to discard 2 cards. So let's discard these 2 cards. Then it's going to turn 180 degrees, or 90 degrees. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do 180. And then it moves our artist forward 1 space. So this one goes forward, this one goes forward, this one goes forward, gets removed off the field, put back on the bottom of the deck. Then a new artist takes place. It's a wild card, Hayden. I'm going to play the other one, draw a card. So I draw a cue card and move artist forward. So I'm going to take this guy. Now, the Pop player now has 4 artists. This one has 1, everybody moves forward. And a new one in place right here. I'm going to put that this way. So Pop has 4 of them. That doesn't mean the game is over because Rock still needs to get 4. This is where a lot of strategy can come into play because if you get them too early, they can get stolen, or you may have to lose one of them in order to make space. Because if another artist comes in, it upstages another artist, and you have to take one of those artists and you give it over to the other player. Okay. So let's go ahead and I did my 2, right? Yeah, I did my 2. 2 and 3. Okay. Cool. All right. Now back over here. We're almost done with this one here. All right. So we kind of don't want Maddie. So I'm going to do, let's see, yeah. So we're going to do turn at 90 degrees. So we're going to do turn 90 degrees. Let Maddie fall off. And then I'm going to do another one. Turn 90 degrees again. So my 2 actions were just basically to rotate the stage. And then I draw over. Okay. Pop's turn. So let's see. He's going to go ahead and let's play. Yeah. We're going to play this one. Move artist forward. It's advanced in twist. So move artist forward. Maddie's going to come over here and is going to upstage somebody. So okay. So now we got to we have artists that end up going to this team that's already full. There's 4 people on this team already, right? So we got to upstage, which means that we're going to take one of the artists that I want, and I can give it to another team, another person that doesn't have a full team. So I want to take my 10. I want to keep this guy, and I'm going to move this one over here. Put them on that team right there. So you got that 9. I should probably get into 6, but anyway. All right. So that was one move, and now the second move. The second move, I'm going to play this one. It can be draw in advance. I get to draw a card, and then advance all the artists forward. And the stage is empty. We're going to put a new artist in play. Put that one over here this way. And then that's it for my second action. I'm going to go ahead and draw this card. Now, I ran out of cue cards, which means we basically just take the cards from the discard pile, shuffle them again, create a new deck. There we go. Got my 4, good to go. This one good to go. Alright, let's do 2 more rounds. We're going to finish this one. I think I'm almost done with this one. Right. Alright, now I'm going to play a card that's actually going to help. Alright, going to show a little bit different thing. Okay, so Rock plays the card. He's going to move an artist forward. He takes the 7 from the wild card. This one moves forward. This one moves forward. New artist is on the field. It's a country guy 10. And actually, let's go ahead and just, okay. All right, now, we're going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to play this card here to discard a card, and it allows me to move artists forward, but I'm going to show you a little interrupt here. Bad performance, interrupt the active player, remove an artist from the arena. I'm going to move this artist from the arena. So therefore it interrupts this player, remove this from the arena. Now you get the next part where it is go ahead and move artist forward. So now he loses that big one that was there. New artist goes into play. And that was his second action. So he's going to draw his cards. And he is done. Okay. Now we're going to finish this up. We're going to go ahead and discard 2 cards. And it says move artist forward, and it does it twice. So this one's going to go down to the bottom of the page, or of the deck. This one moves over twice. This one moves over twice. It's a 10. I'm going to go ahead and swap out Maddie, who was 8. I'll give that to him. And that gives him his 4. I'm not going to bother putting a new stage on here because now this team has 4, this team has 4. The game stops right there. Okay? So, go ahead and put these away. Don't need the cue cards anymore. Because now we have our end game. Okay, so doing the end game. Once all teams have 4 people on their side, on their field, then you have to, each team will go ahead and choose one person to kick out of the group, and then stay with their 3. So with mine, over here, I'm going to kick out Koa. You know, she is my person, but I'm going to kick her out and keep the other 3 there. This over here. We're going to kick out Maddie. Keep our three trio right here. So once you now have your trio, your musical trio, now you count points. So on the card, there is a number, that is your points, and then you have your genre, and you have your focus. Now, on the card, it actually tells you, now if we're playing rehearsal mode, you have a +1 mentor, which means +1 mentor per card for each card that has your genre. In this case, I did kick out the one that has my genre, but the wild card here, Taylor, actually has wild for genre, wild for focus, so it can stand for anybody. So that's an extra 1 point right there. And then a +3 focus if you match 3 focus icons. I have a focus with diamond, a focus with music note, and a wild one, so I only have 2 of the 3. Therefore, I don't get the 3 points on that. Other than that, I go ahead and count all of the points. So we got 27 plus 1 for the genre, that's 28. And that's it. So 20 points for that one. So this side, same thing. My mentor bonus, there's 2. The focus, there's 3. So it's the +3. So all you got +5 already. So we have 9, 8, and 7. So that is 15, 16, plus this one, 24. Alright. So 24 already going off, +1 for each card that's in your genre. Samuel's in my genre, so that's 25, plus this one, so that is 26 because it's a wild card. And then I have 3 cards with the same focus, so it's +3 right there, so it's 29. So 29 over here, 27, 28. So 29, 28, beat it by 1. So Rock wins the battle, has the winning trio, losing trio on Pop, and there's the game, Upstaged. So let's go into some of the ratings for the game and talk about a little about the game. So the game is fun. I enjoyed playing it. I think I'll probably enjoy it more with additional people. I played it with my wife. I think she didn't really get it that well, so it's okay. You know, it's not for everything, of course. But I think the game can be pretty fun because it's one of those games where you can kind of screw your friends by giving them crappy things, but then they can also backfire on you, and you end up giving them good stuff in the end, and you end up losing like you did right here. I kept giving them like what I thought would be bad stuff, but he actually won by 1 point or 1, 2 points. So with gameplay, fun factor, replayability, theme, rules. So our rating goes as this. So gameplay. Is it easy? Is it not easy? It is an easy game to play. It is not complicated at all. It may take somebody one or two times to playing through it to really get the idea about it and understand exactly what they're doing and what you're supposed to be doing. So for that one, I would probably give it about a 4 point. I'll give it about a 4 for the gameplay. I will give it a 5 because it is an easy game, but you don't get it off you don't really get it off the first go. It takes maybe about 1 or 2 tries of playing the game before you really start to get it. Now, if you are playing with 4 people, the game might last. Actually, it might last longer, it might last shorter. I'm not sure. But I think that you would probably, after about a few rounds, you should get it. So let's bump it up. Let's go to 4.5 for this one. For a fun factor, I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, my wife didn't really enjoy it that much, but mostly because she didn't really understand what it was that she was supposed to be doing, and I tried to explain her to it, but it's okay. But the fun factor, I thought the game was pretty fun. I think it would be more fun if you have more people. One thing that I saw, you do have the 4 genres, but as far as what they do, it's not much. Yeah, you know, if you have country, then yeah, you're going to try to probably focus on getting more of your country players to come to your side, or the country artists to come to your side, because you get that bonus off of it, and that can help out. But there's no like, there wasn't really anything that says, you know what, hip hop does this cool thing, but country does this cool thing. So it depends on which cool thing you want to do. But I mean, it's fine. It's still, I think it's still it's still a fairly good game to play. The fun factor on there, I think, is still pretty good. So I'm gonna give it about a 4 on the fun factor. And I'll give it a 4.5, but I'm gonna give it a 4 because while it is a fun game to play, and it's really quick, which is also awesome because, you know, quick game is really good. Still, with only 2 players, it's not as fun as it probably would be with multiple players, as far as I can tell so far. 2 players is pretty cool, but then get more players, then it's like, okay, now we got a game going on, because now you got 3 people or 4 people, and now you really have to change your strategies up, so it makes it a lot more fun on how to think of different strategies and stuff. So a 4 on the fun factor. Replay. replay value. For this one, I'll give it a 4. Yeah, I think a 4 in the replay. 4 in the replay I think is good. I mean, it's a fun game to play. You play it over and over again. I think it's really you can enjoy it. Again, playing with more people, 3 or 4 people, I think would increase that replay value. So, and because I didn't have a chance to really play with enough people in it, I didn't really get that chance. So I'm gonna give it a benefit of the doubt and give it a 4.5 for the replay, because it is pretty fun, and like, you know, when you choosing your different cards, your genre to start off with, even though they don't really have like their own little special abilities or anything, or special things that each one can do, it does change up the game about, okay, how I'm going to play it this time as opposed to the last time. And for that, that's why I think it deserves that 4.5 solid for it. The theme. So the theme it's a very simple theme. The graphics is not, you're not going to have like really crazy graphics. A lot of it is basically silhouettes. So it's like a colored background with the artist in black. Like basically it's just like a black silhouette of the artist, which is cool. Keeps it really simple. I bet anything cost-wise that are, as far as design-wise, is a lot easier. The theme, I think it stays pretty consistent with it, so it looks pretty good. A few things that I would say, the boards, like the playing piece on here. I know what I'm playing right now is a prototype, so I would imagine that the full game will have probably a bit better boards where it could be more solid, like more flat. Because otherwise, like you saw earlier, I was gonna take out a video, but screw it, where it just kind of slid off the table, because I mean, it's a small table, I know, but it just like slid off because it was at an angle, and I don't want to like bend it, because as you bend things more and more, they become kind of damaged, and then they can like break off and fall apart and stuff. So I don't want to do that, especially because it's not my game, you know. But as far as the theme is concerned, I think the theme is pretty cool. It's everything is kind of silhouettes of the singer, so it's not like a face or anything like that. You just kind of see the black silhouette of the person on the color background. You got like the little hands up in the air from the audience and stuff. So that looks pretty cool. So I'll give that I think the theme is really simple, really clean. It's nice. I'll give it a 5 on the theme. For the rules, so the rules are pretty simple. This is the rules right here. It's basically this much and this much. There's 2 pages. Cool thing on the rules is that it gives you a lot of detail about the scoring, and goes into more detail than what the card says for the most part. It also gives you all of the everything where all the cues are. Has 2 variations on here that you can play as, and how to play the game. So it is pretty cut and dry. I think I read the rules probably about twice before playing it. I read it once, kind of got it, went back and read it again. There were a few things that I didn't see in the rules that I wanted to check on, because it didn't really specify in the rules, and I had to Facebook Mike in order to ask them about those few little things. But there's only like maybe 2 or 3 items for that at best. So for the rules, I would give it a 4 point. No, I give it a 4 in the rules. Only because it doesn't have everything. It has some things that you might have to ask about, you know, even if you read the rules, that it didn't specify in there. But I'm pretty sure, like you said, this is a prototype, so I know that he uses it for demos and stuff. This may not be I know this is not the most up-to-date, like, final draft with the rules and stuff like that, so I know it's building up. So the benefit that, I'll give him a 4.5. So there you go. This game is coming to KickStarter. I believe actually it's coming to KickStarter like next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll find out for sure, and then I'm going to post it on here. I don't have the KickStarter link yet, I don't think, but I will go ahead and post that link up and share it on our page as soon as the Kickstarter it goes live. I will be backing this game myself because I think the game is pretty fun, and I like to support my fellow developers as well too. So I definitely will be backing this game up. And it's a nice thing about this game. It is compact. I really like that part about this game. It is really compact. You can take this, throw it inside of a bag, and pop it out on a Denny's table while you guys are on a field on a road trip somewhere. Play a couple of rounds, take you like 15 or 20 minutes. All right, time to go. Pack it back up in a little tiny box and go. That part is really cool. It's very, very portable, and that right there is a beautiful thing, I think. My game is not. The one I have, not so portable, but you know, whatever. So that's it. Qualite Games. I gotta ask him how you pronounce that actually. I think it's Qualite Games from Mike Trias. This game is gonna go on Kickstarter, so take a look at it on Kickstarter. Back it. Support your local developers, even if you are not local to them. Support the independent scene. You support the indie developers. That is how they thrive. Is what you guys support. So check this game out. This is One with Bushido Gamer. As always, be honorable to your fellow gamers. Be honorable to yourself. Game with passion, game with honor. We'll check you guys next time. All right, take care.